Hey guys, welcome to the review video of the MG V2 Gundam. So first off, I'm gonna start off with a short little unboxing video of the kit. Then we'll go on to the mobile suit itself. The unboxing is gonna be very brief. So first off, I'm gonna show you the front of the box. You have the mobile suit itself. It's the side. Retails for 4,500 yen. Very nice looking art. Then you have the weapons, beam sabers. You have all the specifications, and I was expecting this to be smaller than usual because it's 15.5 meters in height. So this is the front and the back of the mobile suit. It's transformable, as seen over here. So we have the different parts of the V2 Gundam itself. More documentation by Katoki Hajime. Moving on, the A runner. Some clear parts, some yellow for the boosters and the chest, some red for the legs, some clear parts as per usual on any Gundam kit. These grey parts I assume are for the inner frame. Looks to be the legs. And yep, you have another set of the A runner and the previous leg inner frame runner. Then you have more grey parts over here. G runner. Beam sabers and the beam effect over here. Then you have some white parts and the beam shield, some white parts and blue parts. You have more grey parts, more blue parts, and a water slide decal sheet. Quite a lot of decals and some foil stickers. And you have a QR code. Plus, you have the very beautiful instruction booklet, as expected from a version car kit. I'll get into the instructions later on. So, yeah, this is the expansion effect unit, the Wings of Light, which is a separate kind of beam effect over here. So take a good look at it. It seems like there's two colors for this. It's sold separately. Okay, now that you've seen the short little unboxing segment, now it's time for the mobile suit. As you can see, it's a little bit different from the other mobile suits. Alright, so first impression of this suit's pretty good. It's a very tiny suit because, well, it's a tinier suit in the real life, so in 100 scale it's much smaller than your traditional mobile suit. So we have a normal sized Gundam over here. This is a 100 GPO called Gerbera. It's around 18 to 19 meters. And when you take a look at it, it's actually kind of smaller. So yeah, you get a smaller kit for buying this V2 Gundam, but it's a nice kit nonetheless. So now let's take a look at the kit itself. Now it can hold up its weapons, don't worry. Well, beware, the arms are kind of finicky, they come out very easily. So just use a bit of force and they'll just come out easily, so I'm handling it very carefully right now. So yeah, it can hold up its weapons fine. So like this. So yeah, it's a bit, there's no pegs on the arm, so it can get kind of wobbly at times. So as you can see, there's a grenade launcher over here, which is the underbarrel attachment for this gun, and yep, the beam rifle itself. Now, since I'm onto the beam rifle, let's take out the beam rifle and just have a look at it. Little cameras over here. I'm not sure you can see them. Basically, they fold in and out. So just Yep, and they're connected to one another, so when you flip this out, yep, so you can open these two up. There's supposed to be stickers inside, but I didn't put them up. These are the stickers that I didn't put on because I didn't really want to put stickers here because I want to paint them. So first of all, you have the base rifle, the buttstock and the optical sights over here. You place this part inside first. Okay. After that, you place this part, which is used in both the rifle and the grain launcher configurations. This part over here, you just snap this in to here. It's in securely and put this in. So next step, you place this part in, and here you go. It's a complete piece over here. So after that, you can finally attach the beam rifle itself. So, well, you have to be careful which orientation it's in. So there we go. And you have this part which is in both configurations too. So just place this in. And there you have it. The beam rifle itself. And you notice there's no pegs for it. So the hands, they don't really have any pegs or any support for the rifle itself. So you have to kind of just jam the whole rifle in. So let me show you how it works. So basically, you know, you have the rifle, you just kind of have to just place it in. There's no pegs or any support, so you have to just force it in and just use the thumb to kind of hold it in place. So that's that. So I guess it's a shame that they didn't include any pegs on it, but well, that's okay. And attach this universal peg over here, place it in, and then I'll place this part in. And as you can see, it's secured by like this little ring over here, and you have this double ring set over here, so it just sits in securely. After putting this in, you place in the front barrel of the grenade launcher. It's in fine, and afterwards you put in the last beam rifle attachment, and it's done. And so you have to kind of just jam the hands. You have to jam the gun into the hands, which are quite peaty. So there's no pegs for it. You have to kind of put it in. And the hands are very finicky, so they come out very easily. So be careful about that. Just place it in. And in. Alright, so I'll continue talking about the gimmicks of the mobile suit itself. As you can see, this thing easily folds out. This red little thing, actually it's the beam saber handle for the mobile suit itself. So yeah, you can just slide right in very nicely. Very cool gimmick. And this gimmick also holds in the shield itself. So actually there's a peg over here, so you hold in the shield and you hold like that. And the shield holds on the underarm on the mobile suit. So you have to pose it in a rather unique way, and you can't, you know, you just put the shield like that, so you will just show the sides of your arms, which looks ugly. So kind of have to angle it so it looks nice. Just continuing on the gimmicks, you have the wings that can fold out. Reveal the thrusters. You can't really see any thrusters over here. It's just the internal workings of the mechanism. Yep, you can't review the cockpit because I mean it's part of transformation, which I'll show later on. As you can see, this small leg part over here, you just fold it in, and it's actually part of the transformation later on. This armor pieces, they do move a bit back and forth. Same goes to this. The ankle armor, they just move just ever so slightly. For the leg mechanism, I should take this shield out. Just so yeah, this red part is the sticker. It's not the part. So yeah, you get many red stickers for the legs and the arms. I'm sorry, the arms and the side skirts. So you fold the legs, it just come out, and you can do almost a 180. So well, that's a shame we can't do a 180 with it. Further on to the gimmicks, not sure you can see here, but actually the V2 over here has a little sensor, this grey little part over here, which is for the visor, which is the aiming thing that you see in the anime. The arms fold up almost 180, so that's kind of nice. And be careful, the suit is kind of finicky, as I have stated already. The shoulder also goes up quite nicely. This part over here also moves a little bit, which is used for transformation later on. I'll show it. And you can see the really ugly core fighter part over here sticking out. So you have to deal with that somehow. And oh yeah, regarding your weapons, the beam effect parts, you get 2 for the beam sabers and 1 fan-like beam thingy. And this runner is a duplicated runner from the MG V Gundam. Just can see over there, MG V Gundam 100. As with this shield too. Now they also give you another core fighter, which is this one over here. They give it 2, so there's reasons that I'll explain later on. So yeah, like I showed, this can fold out pretty easily. They don't really snap in, you just kind of go in very nicely. Now if you take a look over here, the Gundam head is inside. So first of all, I'll expose the Gundam head. So that's the first part of the transformation, you expose the Gundam head. And I have shown, the sensor over here. They're given 2 of these sensors. This eyepiece over here, I'm really not sure you can see it. Yep, so they give you this little grey eyepiece over here. You can have the option of not putting it in, so I didn't put it in for the other core fighter, just for demonstration purposes. So as you can see, one's with the eye patch thingy and the other is without the. So how does the head come out? So first of all, you just pull out this fin over here, pull out the head, and then you just actually, the cockpit is just one single piece over here. Alright, the glass cockpit is undergated as seen over here. Not sure if you can see it, but basically as you're gonna build this A11 part, you can see there'll be undergates at the bottom here, so you don't need to worry about it getting scratched by the knobs or your hobby knife or something. It's a nice touch by Bandai, so yep, at least it's there for those who want to know if there's undergates. Can be kind of hard to put it in. So now you're supposed to push this cockpit back inside by using a mechanism over here. Not sure you can see it, but it's actually this grey piece over here. So you just push it in. Okay, so then you have to just fold this back like this. Yep, it's pretty much like that. Then you just push it in, and you have to snap this piece right off. It's actually inside, so don't worry. So this piece is kind of loose, so you have to be careful about that too. So I'll be leaving it away first. So it is actually the front of the mobile suit itself, as you can see. So I'll be dismantling it to the what they call the top rim and the top fighter and the bottom fighter mode. No, taking a look, it's fighter modes and the bottom fighter mode. So first of all, we have to do some adjustments. We have to take off the arms. We cannot use these arms over here, so which is a shame, but we have no choice. So it's a ball joint over here. We'll take this out, and you have to use this. So you have to use for the hands. So let's plug this in. So plug this in. First off, I'll show you how to remove the Gundam itself. Force this part out so that you can remove the core fighter. So removing a core fighter, it's not as easy as it seems because transformation is kind of finicky. It comes out like that. Just pull it out, and everything is falling out. So I have to remind you, everything, it's just so finicky. It just comes out a lot when you try to do transformation. So moving on, separating the upper body and the lower body is basically you just snap it right off. And first off, we'll have to transform the upper body. Okay, first you have to kind of flip this out like this. So you flip the arms out like this. Okay, once that's done, so you have the arms which are secured by this little weak kind of like polycap like thing over here, but it's not. So it enables it to move the joint like that. Push this up, make this 90 degrees, push this up, the shoulders, 90 degrees. And then you actually have to pop out the shoulders. So you pop them out like that. So they look like this when they're popped out. After popping out the shoulders, you then have to kind of move this like this. So you have to move them up and move up like this. So you have to push the joint and alternate it to somehow become like this. So moving in the parts, you should get until like this form, and then you have to snap this parts inside like that using the peg that's included onto the back thruster. And the back thruster does move back and forth a little bit. I forgot to point that out in the mobile suit review. So it just moves a little bit like that. So we have it like this. Then now you just slap on the fighter itself. So we just kind of just place it in. Move them all in place. Move the arms all in place first. Snap this in, as you can see. Snap. You have the top fighter assembled like this. So we can also take out this peg and attach the beam rifle onto the fighter itself on the arm over here. You can't use the grenade launcher attachment, you have to take it out, unfortunately, to attach it into the arm over here. So we attach the beam rifle inside here. So this is actually the top fighter kind of transformed over here. So yeah, everything is finicky. So it took me a while to kind of get it in this form, so don't worry, we had some difficulties. You'll get used to it soon. So that's the top fighter done. You actually can put a kind of action base holder over here, and then you can just put it inside like this. So as you can see, here's the action base form. It's the base form of the legs, so we have to fold in the legs like just now, which I've shown. And afterwards you have to just push this out like this, push these things out, and then push in this inside here, pushing this inside here, and then it's held by a peg. And afterwards you have to just turn this around, the legs, so it fold and become like this. So after that you just, well, very simply take the core fighter. Yep, then as you can see the peg over here, you just snap in the core fighter right in. So snap, snap, and yep, here you have it. Here you have the bottom fighter. So that's why they give it two core fighters, so that you can have this formation over here. So I guess that's pretty neat. And so regarding spare parts, you have lots of bases and lots of a bit of polycaps and the arms and the hands, and you have some stickers that I didn't use. So on to the instruction manual. Okay, that's neat. The first page folds out like this. So first greeted by a line art, and then you have the V2 Gundam over here. Yeah, the various sketches and the commands that are laid down over here. Some inner workings over here. So moving on, you have all the standard stuff from Bandai that you always see, all the features of the mobile suit and whatnot. And you have the core booster, the torso and the legs, very nice looking. Well, without decals it will look pretty plain. And you have Little, also Erwin and Shakti over here. And you have the documentation. Give you a quick glance. Moving on. Okay, I'm supposed to fold this up first so it look neater. Moving on, you have runners. The runner count is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14 including the beam effect over here. And there's a very small polycat count over here. And if you lose your parts, you can order the runners if you are living in Japan. Too bad not living in Japan, so yeah. Moving on, let's go on to the construction. So you have the core fighter first, and I noticed that they don't tell you what runners are used, so I mean you have to kind of know what runners you are looking at, but there aren't too much runners, so nothing to be worried about because it's not such a big kit. And just scanning through the instructions over here. Looks pretty interesting. The arms. Oh, notice they do label, what kind of construction procedure you're at now, which is labeled at the right hand side and the left hand side. So I guess that's pretty neat. I hope that more kids would do this. Now the upper body. So you have the thrusters, if I'm not wrong. Sorry for the lighting. Onto the legs already. Everything looks very simple. I hope that the kit will hold up well. Because, I mean, when there's so little parts to consider, you would be, afraid of these stabilization issues with the kit. Now, looks like, you only have about, it's like you only have about, 8 to 14 pages, so you only have about 6 pages on construction. So, well, this is a very simple MG, as you can see. Because it requires only 6 pages to finish everything off. Now this is the beam rifle and the grenade launcher. So the grenade launcher attaches to the bottom of the beam rifle, I presume. And then you have the transformation. Yep, just scanning through everything. You have the weapons, the top rim, so you have to attach various parts to make it transform or something. Fold it out to various forms. Then you have the bottom rim, or the bottom fighter. Apparently can attach the core fighter to the rims. The same goes to the top fighter. You have more workings. Now, I'll presume that there will be assault buster attachments coming very soon. And you can attach the action base to the fighter itself. Then you have the decal sheet over here. Just scanning through. Here's Shafty over here, and also Erwin. That's it for the manual. So yep, like I was saying, there's 2 core fighters to give you for a reason, so that you can have the top fighter and the bottom fighter. Transformation wasn't too hard, so if you're interested in the V2 Gundam, you should go get it. But be aware that the whole suit is very finicky, so you might drop a lot of parts like this one over here. when transforming the Gundam and just trying to get it to pose. So thank you guys for watching this video. If I've left out anything, you can leave it down in the comment section below, and if you know have any questions, you can of course ask me. And please subscribe if you haven't, if you like what I do. And thank you for watching this video, and bye bye.